Finally today, the Financial Times has an interesting piece up that's getting at something that I've sort of been saying all along about autonomous vehicles. If you can already give me autonomy on the highway, why not just give that to me now? I mean, we have heard some of the reasons over the years why companies like Waymo decided they needed to go all the way to level 5 autonomy, but according to the Financial Times, some in the self-driving industry are now gravitating towards highway-only autonomy as the whole dream of the go-anywhere fleet of autonomous taxis continues to be a dream deferred. Quoting the FT, "The sector is experiencing autonomous disillusionment," says Prescott Watson, principal at Maniv Mobility, an early-stage venture capital firm. Now, quote, "The pitch is, robotaxis are a pipe dream, but let's take this technology and do something more lucrative," he adds. Investors are still interested in autonomy, but the focus has shifted towards practical services such as grocery delivery, automated warehouse robots, and autonomous functions restricted to highways. The concept of highway-only autonomy is currently capturing the attention of the industry. Instead of trying to solve the myriad challenges of go-anywhere robotaxis, engineers could focus on making it work on just highways to begin with. Autonomous vehicle startups see promise in America's trucking sector, an $800 billion market handicapped by driver shortages and rules that are limiting working shifts to 11 hours. McKinsey, the consultancy, has projected that full autonomy will not be commercially ready for trucks until 2027, but the likes of Too Simple, Plus.ai, Ike, Kodiak Robotics, and Embark want to accelerate that timeline by narrowing their focus to monotonous stretches of road. One idea is to build transfer hubs near the highway in which a truck driver would carry freight a few miles to the hub, then swap the freight to an autonomous truck that would drive hours on the highway to the next hub where another driver would be waiting. The other big area for highway-only autonomy is for passenger cars. Just a few years ago, this idea made little economic sense. In 2014, the cost of laser-powered sensors known as LiDAR, which most experts see as critical for developing safe autonomous vehicles, were $75,000 apiece. Self-driving prototypes were often equipped with several of them, placing them well beyond the reach of even luxury buyers. But costs have since collapsed, with some LiDAR groups, including Velodyne, Ava, and Luminar, partnering with car makers to build units at scale for less than $1,000 each. Alex Partners, a consultancy, estimates that a fully autonomous hardware stack comprising LiDAR, cameras, sensors, radar, and electronics will cost as little as $7,000 by 2025. That opens the possibility that individual car owners could soon purchase vehicles that would drive themselves. Tesla has long promised full autonomy in 2020, and among legacy car makers, Volvo has said it plans to offer eyes-off, hands-off autonomy for highways by 2022, pending approval from regulators. If we can solve the highway problem, which is quite narrow versus robotaxis, we can create tremendous user value, says Henrik Green, Volvo's technology chief, end quote.